Hey everyone, thanks so much for clicking into the video today. My name is Travis. I'm the Vice President for Church Health of General Baptist Ministries, and I wanted to let you know about something coming up that I really think you should just know about if you don't, and it's called Ed Stevens Day. And Ed Stevens Day is a big day for us as General Baptist. It's a day that we celebrate in memory of the legacy of Ed Stevens, and he was one of the first General Baptist missionaries. And so we celebrate it and use it as a way to take up and raise money for, it's really our biggest global missions offering of the year. And so I wanted to let you know about it because I want you to celebrate it, and I want you to give towards it. And there's very, very few times throughout the year that I'm going to ask you to give financially. I'm going to try not to do that unless I think it's really important. And this is going to be one of those times because I really believe that the ministry that's happening in India, or in really the ministry that's happening abroad, just globally, that General Baptist is doing, is worth giving to. Now, this year, all the money that's being raised is going to go back to the ministry within India, and so I want to encourage you to give towards that. I want to encourage you to have your churches give towards that. I think there's a goal of it's either like $50,000 or maybe $75,000 that they're trying to raise to just to expand and continue the ministry that's happening there. And some of the ministry is just is incredible. Just to be quite honest, I know I think so far they've dug over 100 wells within India that they put them in communities that don't have access to really clean water. And so they're doing that as a ministry there. And one of the other things that they're doing that's I think is really amazing is that they have these sewing centers that teach really impoverished women, single women, widows, who maybe otherwise would be destitute, homeless. They're teaching them a skill so that they can take and use that to earn money, to provide food for themselves and for their families, and to provide maybe a home for them to live in. And as they're learning that skill, they're also being taught about Jesus and the gospel and the love that he has for us. I think there's something like 200 women who are involved in one of those sewing centers, and of those 200 women, like 150 of them are not Christians. And so this is a great ministry where we can share the gospel with people who desperately need it. There's many other things that are happening as well. There's a Bible college there where several students are going through Bible college and who are graduating each and every year and being going into ministry areas. And for India, for those of you who may not know this, India is a country where it's hard to be a Christian. Persecution is real in India, more so than we know about here back in the States. And so, but what's amazing about it is that Christianity and the ministry there continues to grow and continues to expand despite the adversity, despite the persecution, despite all the things that are coming against them. The ministry continues to do amazing things, and we know that's how God works, right? And so I want to encourage you, whether it's yourself individually, whether it's as you're the pastor and you're going to lead your church to give back to this ministry, I want to encourage you to give. And if it's your first time giving to it, it's going to be my first time giving to it. And I'm going to give myself, just individually, I'm going to give towards it because I never want to ask anybody to do something that I'm not already doing myself. And so I'm going to be giving back to the Ed Stevens offering as well because I believe in the ministry that's happening there. I really do. I want to, you know what? Anytime we ask for money, I know it's like people get uncomfortable with that. And for me, and even me, even me, I'll get uncomfortable with people asking for money and organizations asking for money and all those type of things. But when I know that the money is being used well, and I know that the money is used to expand the gospel, and I know what the gospel is doing in those areas and is capable of, man, I find it a joy to be able to give back to that, be able to be a very small part of what's going on there. And so I want to encourage you to do the same. And so I'm going to put the link where you can go on. It'll be a button below this, I think, where you can go on and you can give online. And you just go into that link, select Ed Stevens Day Offering or whatever it says. I think that's Ed Stevens Day Offering. select that and you can give towards that. Or this Sunday, if you want to take up a special offering, or maybe you designate a portion of your Sunday morning offering, regular offering, that say, hey, we're going to set aside so much of that to go back to the Ed Stevens Day offering, I would really encourage you to do that. This is one of those areas where we say all the time, we say, you know what, we are better together. And we can do more together, and we can go further together. And this is one of those moments that really is true, is that if we all partner together, and whether it's, you may only be able to give, you say, oh, man, we wish we could give to it, or I wish I could give to it. I'm telling you, give whatever gift you can, whether it's $10, $20, whatever it might be, right? Give whatever you can and just watch how God blesses. And if we would all do that together, I believe God's going to do incredible things, and I believe God's going to use our generosity to continue to expand the gospel in this great country of India. And so I want to encourage you to do that. Next week, we're going to get back to the church health conversations. But this week, man, I think it was important to stop and just talk about and encourage you to give. And so I hope you do that. I hope you'll have a great week. Thanks so much for, as always, thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.